Hello and welcome each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daiga, multilinguistic international coach therapist from DCTcentre, and also I'm true speaker, healer, energy worker, guide, mentor, co-creator, and Galactic ambassador from Pleiadian. And with me today again is two lovely ladies, Morganne Rayne, spiritual consultant, gratefully providing access to high dimensions of being. Morganne has been called healer of healers as a way to describe her unique spiritual tools she shares. Morganne is here to serve those who seek great understanding of their sacred spiritual self and have the deep desire to integrate that consciousness in their 3D world. And Jeannie Rayne, a licensed psychotherapist in the state of Washington, working primarily with early childhood trauma, sexual abuse, emotional neglect, helping clients empower themselves. Jimmy sees herself as lifetime student of growth. She continually takes classes to enhance her knowledge base. So, hello, two lovely, wonderful ladies. How you been?
Excellent. Excellent. It's been, we had a great weekend. Yeah, just it's busy gardening. Life is happening out there.
I find as well, we have in England, we had till yesterday absolutely beautiful sunshine, more than week, I think about 2 weeks. Absolutely sunshine, gorgeous weather. But the problem is all plants need water.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to, every evening, I have to go and water the plants.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday been rain all day. Yay.
Nice.
So no water plants today.
That's lovely. It's always nice to have free water and have someone else do the watering. I love it.
Exactly.
Right. We've had a lot of rain here. So the gardener came yesterday to mow, and it's like so thick. It was but it's green, it's beautiful, it's lush,
We had today, I hear somebody been cutting grass. I just don't know what they've been cutting, to be honest, because I can't see any grass whatsoever, but I think they have plan. Yeah, they have to go out and cut grass. So they are going out and cut something.
Yeah,
What
got something.
no idea. Oh, there is no grass. Till yesterday, there wasn't any grass. This morning, little bit grass you can see, yeah? Because the rain all day yesterday bring little bit out the grass.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's all yellow. So
One of the things I chose to do last year was I was not going. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 gardens like right around me. They like flank me off from all over, right? And I tend those gardens. And one of the gardens I had been using for just growing food or just things like that, right? But I was always in battle with the deer and the bunnies. So I finally just let them have you guys go for it. So they did. They mowed that garden down. They even eat horseradish leaves. I'm like, gosh, you guys are crazy. And tomato, they just mow them all down. So they had the garden last year. So I didn't do anything with the garden. I just let it go. And then when spring was coming around, I looked at the garden and I go, I'm just going to let it be. I wonder what's in there that's natural, right? So right now, I have the most beautiful foxglove. There are probably 30 big, huge plants. They are so beautiful, way more beautiful than me trying to make some kind of garden down there. I just let it go to its own natural beauty. It's lovely. It's very lovely to look at. And the other thing, it feels so peaceful in that garden.
Mm.
And I think it's just because I didn't disturb it so much. I didn't try to make it something it wasn't. I allowed what was there to just grow, and it's lovely. Now, I've worked with the other gardens, right? It's just this one. It's like it's my favorite. So I love the foxglove. They're beautiful.
That's beautiful. Mine's just a bunch of weeds when I don't garden it.
Well, people would call these plants weeds sometimes, right? Even foxglove is considered, not something people want in their gardens, but it's absolutely so beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's fun. It's really fun.
Great. So today I have few messages from Galactic, and I will start with those messages, and then we see where we going far from there. Okay, there they go. The very first message, yeah? We are expecting the biggest upgrade, healing, and cosmic integrations to have ever been available to us in this lifetime. These upgrades are taking place on a soul level in cosmic realms. Our usual upgrades used to take minutes, hours, or only a few days. Right now, this new level of healing is taking weeks. In this time, we are not completely present in our physical body on Earth. This will cause many of us to feel like we are in a void. We have been forced to slow down as to not stress, push ourselves till we are fully back present in our human body.
I love that part. Read it. Would you read that part? We are forced to slow down.
We have been forced to slow down as to not stress, push ourselves till we are fully back present in our human body. Through this time, we will check into our body for a bit and go out again to continue with our cosmic healing. You will find a sudden rise in your frequency every time this happens, as well as see opportunities that will lead you to the path for your greatest achievement. Pay attention. We are becoming powerful. Ascension flu symptoms and your body detoxing is normal during this time. Rest, ground, and meditate. Second message is let go of the need to know when or how situation will work out, and trust that all is being worked on for you behind the scenes and will occur in perfect divine right time. Release all control and surrender to divine. It is time when you self-care, love, and nurturing are at must. So please go easy on yourself right now. Let whatever you do be enough. Fill yourself back up as much as possible. Be grateful for divine assistance you are currently receiving, and in return you will receive even more. Trust you have been heard. Once you start healing past trauma and your body comes out of flight, fight or flight mode, your body will crave a lot of rest and silence. Your body finally starts to feel safe in the peace and quiet, the calm. You aren't lazy. Your body is just catching up on all the years it didn't have this silence. So go with it. You deserve it.
Wow,
So,
I love that line.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Would you read that last line again for me? Just read that last line for me.
You aren't lazy. Your body is just catching up on all the years it didn't have this stillness. You deserve this.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, are you done with the readings? Because I'm
Yes.
really like that. There's lots of that came through, but that would that particular line right there is that, and I think we talked about this last time or the time before, I can't remember, but the idea of don't just sit there, do something, right? So human beings are wired to keep going, keep going, right? And then when we don't, then we can be accused of being lazy, right? We can don't just sit there, do something, right? Um, but our bodies get all chemically strung out on that cortisone and that energy of always having to produce. And even I know people who are going to bed, they got their phones there, and when the ding goes off, they're checking, right? So they're always wired to be outside of themselves rather than on the inside and just relaxing, resting. Um, it's so interesting to see. It's for me, I look at it, it's like a phenomenon, right? Of those who are in that keep pushing, right? And what I've noticed now is that, and maybe it's the stars at the time, I don't know what it is, right? But there's more of a call to rest. There's more of a call to calm. There's more of a call to peace in the body. And I'm witnessing this, like not just my own experience, but in conversations I'm having with people, they're not being called to push. They're being called to. I have a very sweet friend who's been diagnosed with cancer. Right? She's type A. Go get them. You know, make those bucks. You know, it's and I can admire her for what she does. Right? But for the first time, she's learning to love herself and stop. And isn't that just something that we have to learn to love ourselves and stop? It's like that should just be the natural way we move and live and have being, is to come from that well rested, well generated um, space rather than using up all our resources to continue to be those human doings, right? So anyway, that's how that fell on me, that particular line. um, and this is what I'll also say in my guidance, that we have also come to a place in where okay, I'm tapping in. So just let me just get this one. There's been like a tear, and I can't explain it other than that, but it's like in the fabric of it all, right? Of something that was held back, not known. How they show me is like it was torn, and now it's just coming out like codes, downloads. So people may be feeling, not only in this time of calling to more rest, is that you may be getting more insights and ideas. And I had an email from someone that has been taking my classes. And in the email, as they continue to practice tapping into the Holy Spirit, being led by the Holy Spirit, something came up from them, something they wanted to, an error that they had made, right? And as they were offering love and forgiveness for self for that error, and offering love and forgiveness for the person called them. And I go, yeah, that's how that works, right? We're connected, we're one. So we're getting people who were more asleep are now waking up to this this divine connection that we have when we walk with the Holy Spirit, when we ask from the Holy Spirit, when we live from the Holy Spirit, we get a totally different result in our life. And so that rift there's been a rift, there's been a tear. So now we are all, and I'm getting all are getting those codes. We're getting the waking up of who we are, like the what was kept from us is not going to be kept from us anymore. It's not flooding in. Like I said, it's like a rip, like a tear in the fabric. So it's like trickling in. That thing may rip open more. I'm not sure, but I can feel it. I experience, and I see it in the lives of people I work with. They're getting way more connected. And that's it, right? And in Course in Miracles, what we talk about from, the dissension, right, is like we forgot. We let go of our connection. We scammed ourselves into thinking we weren't connected anymore. And now we're waking up and remembering we're connected. So for me, it's a beautiful time. And I'm loving watching people go, whoa, I love it. Anyway, okay, enough of my prattling. But
I was just thinking, I have an Airbnb here in my house, and my neighbor came over and asked me if I'm still doing it, and and I said to him, I've been thinking about you guys, and because he has relatives that come in and want to stay, and I said, I've been thinking about you guys, and I said, I said, you guys can stay here for free, except you just have to pay for the cleaning. And the reason why I said that is because I was thinking about my neighbors in the winter, like all my neighbors, and how we're not really close, and I was thinking that I wanted to get closer to them. Like I wanted to have more of something with them. And they don't have it really with each other either. So it's not just me, but I was just thinking, why not me, And so, I was thinking that's what I could give them, to feel a connection, like that we're not so isolated. And the person that's going to clean my place is another neighbor, and I'm charging above normal for it, which is still a good price, but she's really happy about the price, like what she's going to get. So it works out for everybody.
Yeah.
Which is great. So the fact of what you just said, how we're all getting more connected,
Yep.
It's really, I see it myself, which is so.
Yeah, even little Amaya, the parents came back and shared this story with me. She and her dad and mom were out in the backyard. They've got huge gardens going. We've been working like crazy over there, building these beautiful gardens. And they have a neighbor that lives across one of the fences. And Amaya says, we don't know that person. And her dad says, yeah, we don't know who he is. She goes, well, that's not right. We need to know. We need to know them. You need to go introduce yourself, Dad. We need to know who. It's like, again, it's like, no, we need to know. We want to know who you are. We want to be connected. So
Right.
it's like I'm seeing it so much. So this beautiful connection of so human connection's great, right? It feels good. You can help one another. I think that's so beautiful. It's like a cooperation piece, right? Yeah. And it reminds me too, Miss Daga, of Michael Tellinger's One Small Towns, right? The cooperation, the connection that those small communities are fostering, powerful. Very powerful.
I actually can't wait now for my project to be there and to actually live in this community where is people who doing the same work, yeah, and going for same goal and have this community feeling, because that was how I was growing up in our summer house. When I grew up, there was this neighbor, no neighbor, and it's not like, just next door or around you, this community. Neighbor who lives 10 houses far, yeah? Because the neighbor just can show up and ask, I need to do this job. I don't have these tools. Do you have these tools? Can you share with me? And for absolutely nothing, these tools will be given to complete stranger at that time, yeah? Because first time show up on doorstep, yeah? And the same, you can knock on any doors and you can ask, look, can you please look after my kids or my dog or my cat, or can you help me with this and that? Yeah, it was completely different. At the moment, nobody wants to step one step without how much you will pay me for it. Yeah, I will do it, but how much you will pay me for that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I've been growing up to.
Yeah, well, we foster that in our community where I live, which is really great. There many times if I've decided, oh, I feel like eating blah, 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 right? But I don't have a can of coconut milk, right? It's just like put the little email out and like moments later, I'll have a can of coconut milk on my doorstep, right? It's a beautiful way to live and be. I mean, it's got its issues too, but the connection is so beautiful. It far outweighs any of the problems you can get with, humans are interesting. That's all I got to say. Humans are interesting.
Yeah, I find from these 3 messages, actually, this week I find out what is going on with me, because I really feeling for some time, I feeling that I'm only checking in 3D world when it's necessary for me. Yeah, when I have sessions, then I check in. When some bill comes to my doorstep, then I check in. Oh my God, what's going on now? Yeah, and then quickly try clear the energies, speak to creator, try go back to higher dimensions. Yeah.
That's
Wow. Yeah, it's too easy for me to stay in the higher. I have to really work to bring my energy back so that I can communicate with people.
At the moment, I don't want, I feel so lovely in higher dimensions.
Yep.
I do not want to come back.
Yep.
I don't force myself either. I today came back. I had sessions this morning and I came back and I find about, and in this messages about new skills. It was so funny. You already know that I'm always log into Creator when I'm working with clients.
Yeah.
I have these downloads. I was working with one client and she just telling me about 2 situations which put her down, one at work and one in private life. And she telling me about those people who put her down and she feel very bad and everything. And I'm listening what she telling me. And I just have full image of those 2 people. And I give her straight away afterwards, I give her full psychological download about those people. what from their point of view happening with them, yeah, and how this two, what's happening with them and what's happening with her, how clash at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And there is this misunderstanding. It just was, I was telling you this came, this download, I was telling you this, and I finished session. After we spoke more and I finished session, I think, the first time I'm giving somebody complete psychological download just from listening few things about these people. I
Yep.
see the way in my mind I see complete download about this situation from both sides. I think I now can go as a judge somewhere in a court. They just stand in front of me. One is telling one thing, another telling another, and I can be judge in the middle, yeah.
Yep.
Or mediator or something.
Or something like that. Yeah. But isn't that beautiful how you tapped into that? That's, yeah, I love it.
It's something completely new. I didn't have this before.
That's beautiful.
This is the very latest what came up.
I want to say, welcome to my world.
Welcome to my world.
Hey, who'd like to draw a card this morning?
I do.
You know, sometimes a long time ago, Jeannie and I don't do this anymore. We call each other and talk. And she goes, "Hey, you want me to pull a card for you?" I go, "Sure."
But for you, it's very good. When you do that, please call me as well. No, because I can't. I don't trust myself when I'm pulling cards for myself. I do not trust in results because it can very easily be I'm pulling what I want to pull, not what is reality, but what I just want to get.
Well, you know, you get what your consciousness is. They are a total reflection of what you're thinking about, which is really interesting. As you know, we can have a full-blown conversation and then we'll get a full confirm with a card, right? It repeat back exactly what we've said. That's a reflection of our consciousness, which is so beautiful. And that's how I use them. When I pull cards, I will get whatever it is, whatever level of consciousness I'm on, right? So it's when I'm pulling for myself, and I'm just giving you a clue about, you know, if you're not hearing your guidance or feeling your guidance, asking a card sometimes is guidance, right? It's all guidance. So if you ask and you connect with the Holy Spirit first, and then ask, you're going to get a very different kind of result. Mm-hmm. So play with that. Just play with that. So, all righty. So I don't even have a direction we're going with this. I just heard, go ahead, pull some cards. So, okay. Since we represent the collective, I'm going to say that whatever is within our own mind and heart, I would say focus on that, and that will touch others who are listening and will be listening in the future. So I would say just listen for the guidance that you need from whoever is receiving it. So the cards we pull it's not just for ourselves, it's for the collective. Okay. All right. But with your own desire or wish or issue or whatever you're bringing to the card, right? Because we all seem to have pretty much the same issues. So let's see, Jeannie, you're going to go first.
Okay.
So I'd say connect with these cards, and I'll show you. I'm using these because they were on the table. That's the only reason I'm using them. They were here. So just focus on what it is, and then I'm going to shuffle, and then you just tell me when I should stop as you connect to these cards with your issue.
Okay, stop.
Okay, so something happened while I was shuffling. I'm stopping where you asked me to stop. Oh my God, that's beautiful. But one literally popped out.
Okay.
And so you get 2 cards.
Excellent.
Let's start with the one that popped out because it popped out first. This is an interesting card. It's called Comparison.
Sorry, I probably fall asleep for a minute.
That's okay. This is called Comparison. So I look at the bamboo stalk and I look at the tree trunk, and I think they're asking us to look at how we compare. So let's take a look at what this is trying to tell us here. Okay. Whoever told you that the bamboo is more beautiful than the oak, or the oak more valuable than the bamboo? Do you think the oak wishes it had a hollow trunk like this bamboo? Does the bamboo feel jealous of the oak because it's bigger and its leaves change color in the fall? The very idea of the 2 trees comparing themselves to each other seems ridiculous. But we humans seem to find this habit very hard to break. Let's face it, there's always going to be somebody who is more beautiful, more talented, stronger, more intelligent, or apparently happier than you are in all these ways. The way to find out who you are is not by comparing yourself with others, but by looking to see whether you are fulfilling your own potential in the best way you know how. Comparison brings inferiority, superiority. When you don't compare, all inferiority and superiority disappear. Then you are simply there. A small bush or a big high tree, it doesn't matter. You are yourself. You are needed. A grass leaf is needed as much as the biggest star. Without the grass leaf, God would be less than he is. The sound of the cuckoo is needed as much as any Buddha. The world will be less rich if this cuckoo disappears. Just look around. All is needed and everything fits together. It's an organic unity. Nobody is higher and nobody is lower. Nobody superior, nobody inferior. Everybody is comparably unique. So, since I just popped out Jeannie or Daga, is there something in there that is speaking to you?
I'll tell you what comes up for me. It's you women talk about your spiritual guides giving you downloads and stuff, and I think there is envy, maybe, or it's it's like I'm really glad you have it, but I kind of wish I had it. And the thing I have is my intuition, and I've always had it for a long time, ever since. And I think it helped me in my life. I know it helped me in my life a lot, but I don't hear, like, I don't get, so I guess I'm wondering, maybe I have it and don't know it.
But you started actually do automatic writing. I start to get all these messages only, I think from 2020, I started automatic writing.
Uh-huh.
And it started very small. I didn't get any messages, and I was like you. I really wanted to be like those who've been sending out on YouTube these messages about updates, political updates, or what will be going on there and there. They have downloads about this and this, and I think I really want this. So I started this automatic writing. I went to course and I done course and I started automatic writing, but I didn't receive that kind of messages. I received messages from, I spoke with all my dead relatives who I wanted. I speak with my dad. I spoke with my great granny. I spoke with all of them. I spoke with creator. I even spoke with higher selves of many other people who I like or something, yeah. But I didn't get, and even now, only now I'm starting to get this like more real downloads about what is going on with humanity, what is going on, because I didn't let, many times I didn't listen so much this download, then I try to fill the gaps myself in, yeah. So that I was listening but not listening. But now after 5 years I actually start to listen only to these downloads. Yeah, it's for me, for my experience, it's take me quite some time to get where I am at the moment.
Yep. Well, we practice. We learn and then we practice, right? And you know, if we don't, a lot of people, it's kind of like learning to play the piano, or right now I'm learning to play a hang drum. And you know, it requires something different, right? It requires learning different ways how notes sound. You know, like when I got the hang drum, I had this vision I'd get on there and start playing a beautiful song. Well, that was not what it was, right? I had to figure out where tones were and all that. So we can't compare ourselves to others. We can only be present to where, this is just my summary of what I get. If I began to compare myself to, I don't know, whoever, right? Whatever, it doesn't matter who I compare myself to. I wouldn't be getting to know who I am, right? I would be pushing myself to conform to how they are and wondering what's wrong with me because I can't be that, right? So if I just be authentic, and I think authenticism is actually one of the highest spiritual frequencies we can hold, is when we're truly being authentic, and not comparing ourselves or our skills or our talents to anyone. You can acknowledge their skills and talents and go, wow, you know, that's so cool. That's great. But it's like, wow, if they have that, what do I have? It's kind of like goes back to that, what else is possible here, right? Wow, if they can do that, I wonder what I can do, right? There's, I don't see people doing that. They try to do what other people are doing. So I love how one day, how you have taken that automatic writing and practiced it, right? You're practicing, you're a practitioner of it. And in that way, now the authentic part of you can start showing up. same thing with Jeannie, right? But if we start comparing ourselves to others and what others can do, then we lose ourselves.
Right. Because I know what I did. Like when I compare, it's usually at the end of these things. I'm like, gosh, I wish I could do that. But I notice when I compare, I think there, I judge myself as though I'm not holy enough or I'm not spiritual enough, to be there. And I don't think that's necessarily true. It's just I'm not there.
Exactly. And the ego will start blah, 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 right?
Right.
And our job is to go, whoa, see, when we're in comparison, that's ego.
Yeah. And
well, I'm not okay. I need to go be like that. Oh, if I did that, I'd be better, or, whatever.
Right. So the interesting thing about this is, like, it's always been like a little niggle in me. Like I've never really thought it and gave it voice. And now, so when the card came up, I was like, that's an odd card, like that wasn't my intention of like what I was asking or anything. It was like so far from it. And then all of a sudden this came up and I was like, oh, well, I might as well say it.
You just never know. Yeah. So, but I think it ties into the card that actually came through for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is called Rebirth.
Mm.
This card depicts the evolution of consciousness as it is described by Friedrich Nietzsche in his book, Thus Spake Zarathustra. He speaks of the three levels of camel, lion, and child. The camel is sleepy, dull, self-satisfied. He lives in delusion, thinking he's a mountain peak, but really he is so concerned with others' opinions that he hardly has any energy of his own. Emerging from the camel is the lion. Here, let me show you the card. I realize I didn't show you the card, so I'm reading.
1 minute. There it is.
Right. So rebirth.
Mm.
And if we look at it, you see the camel, the lion, and the child.
Mm-hmm.
Rebirth. Okay. When we're realizing we've been missing life, we start saying we say no to the demands of others. We move out of the crowd, alone and proud, roaring our truth. But this is not the end. Finally, the child emerges, neither acquiescent nor rebellious, but innocent and spontaneous and true to his own being. Whenever the space you're in right now, sleepy and depressed or roaring and rebellious, be aware that it will evolve into something new if you allow it. It is a time of growth and change. In Zen, you are coming from nowhere and you are going to nowhere. You are just now here, neither coming nor going. Everything passes by you. Your consciousness reflects it, but it does not get identified. When a lion roars in front of a mirror, do you think the mirror roars? Or when the lion is gone and a child comes dancing, the mirror completely forgets about the lion and starts dancing with the child. Do you think the mirror dances with the child? The mirror does nothing. It simply reflects. Your consciousness is only a mirror. Neither do you come nor do you go. Things come and go. You become young, you become old, you are alive, you are dead. All these states are simply reflections in an eternal pool of consciousness. Okay, Miss Jeannie.
So what what my thought process was is the guidance to put the past behind me. I come from a big family, and there's a lot of drama in it. And it is, I find when people tell me about the drama that's going on, I get pulled down into it, and I'm in a negative place. And, you know, I want to be able to hear it and to help them, like if they're asking for advice or help or something, help them, but I don't want to be affected by it. So that's my thought about it. So, so what I'm getting is that it's just about, having compassion for them, but not buying into their story. You know, I don't have to bring my energy down to where they are.
Yeah.
For me, just straight away came protect your energy.
Protect you. Yeah.
Protect your energy, put energy protection on.
And how do you do that?
What I can tell you only what I do. Yeah. First of all, I start with imagining myself under snow globe. Imagine this toys where is Christmas village inside, yeah, and globe around. That's the very first. I put myself in the middle of this snow globe, yeah, and I pictured only positive energy can come to me. All rest of energy is reflecting to universe for recycling. Yeah. I used to say reflecting back to sender, but as we in our show actually talk about or on private session, I don't remember anymore, but we with Morganne talk about sending back to sender, really not giving any good to anyone. Yeah, it goes to anger, to all this negativity goes back to that person who sent it. It's not clears out. So better is I'm giving this energy to universe for recycling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, be grateful for to universe about recycling, and then to increase all this protection, I'm putting like bright white light is coming over me. Yeah, I and my energy is completely protected, so I see this beam of bright white light coming over me on top of this globe, yeah, and this bright light is completely protected me. My energy, I and my energy is completely protected. Only pure unconditional love energy can come to me. All rest of energies are reflecting back to universe for recycling. Yeah. That's it. That's how I start actually every single day now.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
She's protecting her own energy. And another way to do this is if you need it instantly, I just say, Holy Spirit, protect me now. But I love this idea of rebirth, right? This whole idea of rebirth.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Dega, we got time for one more.
Then let's go for yours. It's not fair. Let's go for yours.
Interesting. Whoa. Got this call called the burden.
Wow.
I think this is following up with these cards of genies. Okay, and it's really interesting that all three of these cards are in the same suit. in this particular book, he has it as it's under the clouds, but they got rainbows. I can't remember, but we're in the cloud arcana, and all three of these cards have come through. So the burden, and what I asked was just Holy Spirit, lead us to what is correct for us right now. And this, I'm getting, this is really for the collective a lot. So just tap into this. When we carry a load of shoulds and shouldn'ts imposed on us by others, we become like that ragged, struggling figure trying to make his way uphill. Go faster, try harder, reach the top. Don't just sit there, do something. Okay. It shows the foolish tyrant he carries on his shoulder, while the tyrant himself is crowned with an imperious rooster. If life these days feels like just a struggle from the cradle to the grave, it could be time to shrug your shoulders and see what it feels like to walk without these characters in your back. You have your own mountains to conquer, your own dreams to fulfill, but you will never have the energy to pursue them until you release yourself from all the expectations you've gathered from others, but now think are your own. And that ties into what Jeannie was saying about when you hear the dramas of the world, right? That you don't take them on, you just listen. And I love Dega's snow globe way of protection, because like people's energies can hit that snow globe and just fall off, right? They don't enter into her world. Chances are they exist only in your own mind, but that doesn't mean they can't weigh you down. It's time to lighten up and send them on their way. A man's true life in this world, in which he puts off the lie imposed by others on him. Stripped, naked, natural, he is what he is. This is the matter of being and not of becoming. The lie cannot become the truth. The personality cannot become your soul. Now that's a big one right there. The personality cannot become the soul. The personality is the ego. There is no way to make the non-essential the essential. The non-essential remains non-essential, and the essential remains essential. They are not convertible. And striving towards truth is nothing but creating more confusion. The truth has not to be achieved. It cannot be achieved. It is already the case. Only the lie needs to drop. All aims and ends and ideals and goals and ideologies, religions and systems of improvement and betterment are lies. Beware of them. Recognize the fact that as you are a lie, manipulated, cultivated by others. Striving after truth is a distraction and a postponement. It is the lie's way to hide. See the lie? Look deep into the lie of your personality, because to see the lie is to cease to lie. No longer to lie is to seek no more for any truth. There is no need. The moment the lie disappears, the truth is there in all its beauty and radiance. In the seeing of the lie, it disappears, and what is left is truth. And I really think that really ties all of these cards together, right? And I'm going to go back to the one that just flew out, right? The comparison, right? The burden of comparing yourself to others, it's a lie. It's like trying to create a personality that, that is not you.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. So we've got about 3 minutes, and I'm feeling very called to just do a very short alignment meditation. So let's go ahead and do that, because we've got some big cards, and and it may be picking on people. That's what I'm feeling. It's like it's just like pushing, picking. So let's just take a breath and come into our own body. Get to know your own body. Don't worry about others' bodies or bodies you see in pictures that look so good. And if only you drink this or eat this, you'll look like this body. No, that's a lie. Bring your energy back to yourself. Come back to your body. Take a breath in. Come home to your own temple, your body. Bring all your energy into your body. Take another breath in. And now notice, as you're just coming home to your own body, what you may need to pull yourself away from. Maybe it is comparison. Maybe it is drama. No doubt it is always something that is outside of you. So just notice that. And with great courage, choose to bring your energy back from that. No need to compare. No need to get involved in the drama and the trauma. Breath in. And as we come to more of a deepening relationship with ourself, our own mind, our own heart, our own desires, our own loves, just relax in that. What you think, what you desire, who you are is absolutely perfect. Take a breath in and let the breath go. I am absolutely perfect. Just affirm that to yourself. Who I am. Who I am is absolutely perfect. Who I am brings the perfect piece of the puzzle together. I am in my right and perfect place. What I can do and think and feel is my own contribution to our world. Take a breath in. Perhaps your contribution is to now be quiet and still, at peace. Be that. Take a breath in. Perhaps your beingness is to speak and dance and dream and reflect. Be that. Take a breath in. Always bring your own energy back to yourself. All of it. And as we have gathered up all our energy of who we are, not attached to comparison, not attached to trying to be something we are not. But as we just settle into who I am is absolutely precious and perfect. Settle into that. Be at peace with that. Resist comparison. Resist the egoic expression in the world. Discover yourself. Holy Spirit says, fall in love with yourself. You are so loved. And so, as we end our time together, I invite everyone who hears this to continue this practice of extracting yourself from the dramas, the traumas, the people, the stories. Extract yourself and bring your energy back to you. As we continue to do this, we continue to become more and more of ourselves, waking up to the love that we are, to the peace that we are, to the joy that we are, to the rest and the comfort that we are. And so as we go our own unique and individual ways, grounded in the energy of who we are, not trying to pretend to be someone else, just who you are. Find joy in that expression. Find love in that expression. Be at peace in that expression. And just simply be who you are. I love you. And so it is.
Thank you, Morganne. Jeannie, what would you like to say?
Thank you. Again, it's been an enriching session and wonderful to be here, and so appreciate it.
Thank you, David, for being with me. Thank you for the shows, for your time donated. Thank you for everybody who is listening now and who will be listening and watching this video. Please remember, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube and Rumble channel so we can reach many more people. Also, we all take clients in and work with clients. Our contact details is below the video in description, so you can contact each of us and arrange for a meeting. Thank you very much. Have a great week and see you next week. God bless.